I think it will be a great success, and this is what we need also. And as a homage to his father, great father, I think to make this program a success will be the greatest homage. I think we should all work towards that. Also, this concept of tea, I try to propagate in World Telugu Federation. I'm the chairman of the business forum of World Telugu Federation, and this is the same concept I had. I'm surprised that so many other people also had the same concept. Um, the sort of explanation I had for the elders in that organization is that Telugus are spread all over the world. Not only the recent immigration, but also, as indentured labor and all that, they went to West Indies, they went to South Africa, Fiji, Malaysia, Singapore, all over the world. And the current generations have, risen to a level where, they are in very key positions. So if all of us come together, we can all create wealth. So it's a great concept, to bring all the Telugus together onto a platform. I think I'll fully endorse and support tea. I think this is where the younger generation should take advantage and move forward. Sir, one of the concepts you were telling is with whom you make friendship is important. I joined Usmania University Engineering College in the second year, transferred from Andhra University, and I was, not having many friends. So I had this friend, a Tamilian friend, Sundar, and he's the first friend I made, and he used to tell me, hold on, Harish, this is a bad world out there in Usmania, a lot of gundas and all that. Let's not go out. Let's study and be good students and so on and so forth. That's how I spent my first 2 years. Then luckily for me, I met this gentleman, he's no more, Surendra Reddy, a revolutionary. He was, being a strong Naxalite leader, Surendra Reddy was arrested also, and he was put behind bars along in the same cell as Kotta Das, if you guys, Hyderabad is known. And this Kotta Das is from Khammam, So this man is a very serious guy, Surendra Reddy. So he used to read a lot of books and all that. So Kotta Das came, and these are the stories that were told to us. Removed the book, and Endra nu Jadvedi Adi, he said, So he bashed him up, left, right, and center, in the cell. So that fellow calls and says, పోలీసు వాళ్ళని పిలిచి ఇగో నన్ను ఈడితో పెట్టొద్దు ఈ నక్సలైట్ బచ్చగాడితో నన్ను వేరేగా పెట్టండి సెల్లో అన్నాడు. సో when he came out, I became his fan, and he trained me, and in the next 2 years I became the president of Usmania University Engineering College with his support. So that's how the leadership has come. So definitely, sir, friendship makes a difference, Anyway, about the aging also, he started the speech, I didn't know who he was, but while he was speaking, I met him once before, but it slipped my mind. I'm aging, you see. So, so I met you, sir, along with, he was nominated for Nobel Peace Prize, not Cheese Prize, Peace Prize. So, I always, Deepa, his daughter and son-in-law are very, very close to me. So when three of his wife, Deepa, his daughter, and granddaughter, I don't know her name, when three of them stand, you think they are sisters, actually. They don't age. I think they're in the family. I always keep telling them, you guys look like, sisters, Yeah, sometimes Deepa looks older, so please tell her that. Maybe Sunil's pressure. Anyway, friends, today this country is going through a lot of hardship. In the 11th 5-year plan, we have grown at the rate of about 8 to 9% average GDP. And today, on the first year of the 12th plan, 12-13, we have come down to about sub 5. And IMF says that in 13-14 it may be sub 4. So it's very, very disheartening to see what is happening in this country. So the main reason for that probably is that we did not target for sustainable growth. If you see any GDP, for any country, there are predominantly 4 sectors: infrastructure, manufacturing, agriculture, and service industry. What we really concentrated was on the service industry, which suddenly gave the boost. Looked like that, we are doing very well. But on the hindsight, if you see, we did not concentrate much on manufacturing. And of course, agriculture is always on the vagaries of monsoon. But on the infrastructure, we tried to cope up. We started few things, but not in the right earnest. So I have come from the infrastructure sector. In 1991, the country opened up the first infrastructure sector, that is power, and I was one of the first guys to get into that. And I joined Lanco Group to set up the power division, and we were fairly successful in the sense that we did a lot on these power sector. But what I want to tell you is, I'm going to share with you some of my experiences. Next 3-4 hours I have, sir?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I will do it in half an hour or less, depending on how you encourage me. It all depends. So there is a lot of, there is this booklet that was given to us in 1991 when the power sector opened up. Varaprasad Reddy garu meeku cheppinattu వారి సెక్టర్లో ఎలా వారి డిఫికల్టీస్ ఫేస్ చేశారో అలానే మేము కూడా చాలా డిఫికల్టీస్ ఫేస్ చేసాం ఇన్ ది పవర్ సెక్టర్, ఇన్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్, బీయింగ్ ద ఫస్ట్ సెక్టర్ టు బి ఓపెన్డ్ అప్ టు ఇన్ ద కంట్రీ. సో ఈ ఒక బుక్లెట్ ఇచ్చారు. ఇన్ దట్ బుక్లెట్ దే మెన్షన్డ్ that there are only 7 approvals required to set up a power sector. 7, just 7. And also they told us that there is one single window. You just go to the window, submit the application, and you will get all the 7 approvals, and that's it. You can do the power plant. So we went and thinking, it is true, we went and submitted our application at the window. There was a single window, by the way. We went and submitted. And then suddenly we realized there's another window behind that. Cross it. Another window, 150 approvals. We were coming from the license Raj, you see, so 150 approvals we have to get. Just to get water, you have to go through 10 approvals. The only request subsequently we made to the government is, why don't you make the windows into doors? At least we can walk through 150. It's a hurdle race, instead. And also they said, suddenly, the country opens up. There is no insurance like ALOP, advance loss of profit. People don't understand in the banks about, project financing, non-recourse financing. Up until then, it was either relationship financing or it was just, corporate financing based on some guarantees and some collaterals and all that. They never understand anything about the risk matrix and all that. So all of us, the whole country was like that, and the press is the least to understand about all these things. They're leaving, so I can say whatever I want about the press now. So for example, the water approval, if you see, I had to go up to CWC and the tribunal. This is on Krishna River when we were setting up the power plant. Even tribunal we had to visit and get the approvals from there. So to get water for the power plant, I had to go through about 10-15 approvals. So my water file has gone to the Secretary Finance for writing down how much he has to charge me for that. So this application is already 1 year pending. It's going around all these, power centers, power corridors. ఏదో మీరు అభిమన్యుడు చాలా గొప్పవాడు అనుకుంటారండి, ఇప్పుడు చాలామంది అభిమన్యులు ఉన్నారు. సో ఈ చక్రంలో తిరుగుతూ ఉంటాం అన్నమాట మేము. సో ఎక్కడ చచ్చిపోతామో ఎక్కడ ఉంటామో ఎవరికి తెలియదు. సో while this was going on, my file went to the secretary after 1 year. So for me, I have submitted an application to AP Incorporated. But after 1 year, I am still pursuing the file. And when I go in, I was bringing in 1,064 crores investment, single investment into the company into the state. That was the single largest investment in those days, in 95, 96. Single largest investment. He did not even ask me to sit down. Instead, he said, "What?" I said, "Sir, my file is on your table." "How do you know?" "I'm following the file, sir. Last 1 year." "So, sir, I couldn't even say anything, I was just standing, sir. He said, "I don't like file chasers." That was the best compliment I got. Sir, మనం మామూలుగా పద్మశ్రీలు, పద్మవిభూషణ్లు అవన్నీ వస్తాయని అనుకుంటాం కదా సార్ బిజినెస్ మెన్కి. మీరంటే ఎంతో పెద్ద అచీవర్ కాబట్టి వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారు, మాకు ఇదిగో ఈ ఫైల్ చేజర్లు అనే టైటిల్స్ బాగానే వచ్చినాయి సార్. సో వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారు పద్మశ్రీ, వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారు పద్మభూషణ్, వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారు, మేమేమో ఫైల్ చేజర్ హరిశ్చంద్ర ప్రసాద్. తర్వాత వారు అన్నట్టు సిబిఐ వస్తుంది వెనకాల, ఒక ఈడీ వస్తుంది వెనకాల. ఇది కామన్ ఇది. సో సరదాగా ఉంటుందండి ప్రాజెక్ట్ డెవలప్ చేస్తే, చాలా సరదాగా. సరే, ఎనీవే ఇన్ దిస్ జర్నీ ఐ లెర్న్డ్ ఎ ఫ్యూ థింగ్స్. ప్లీజ్ సెట్ సార్, I always take opium. Opium is very, very encouraging. Other people's money. So you do business with other people's money. I mean, it doesn't mean, ఏదో అనేవారులేండి ఇది వరకు, ఎన్ఆర్ఐ అంటే నాన్ రిటర్నబుల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అని. దయచేసి అది మానేసేయండి, ఇప్పుడేం లేదు, అన్ని రిటర్న్స్ బాగా ఇస్తున్నాం మేము. మా ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ కొంతమంది ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్ ఉన్నారు. నాన్ రిలయబుల్ ఇండియన్స్ అని కూడా అన్నారండి, అది నేను ఒప్పుకోను, కాదు. బట్ నాన్ ఇదేంటి, ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్ ఆర్ ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్, దే ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్ అండ్ వీ రిక్వైర్ ఫర్ దెమ్, ఇట్స్ ఎ గుడ్ కోఆపరేషన్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్. సో opium is very important. I think somebody feeds you with money and you have the technology and so on and so forth and you do it. Austerity చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. ఆఫ్ లేట్ ఐఎమ్ సీయింగ్, ఇక్కడ వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారు ఉన్నారు, ఆయన 10 రూపాయలు ఉంటే 5 రూపాయలే చూపిస్తాడు ఆయన, నిజంగా. బట్ మనకి కొంతమంది ఉన్నారు, 2 రూపాయలు ఉంటే 100 రూపాయలు చూపిస్తారు. మాకు హిందీ, నేను లైలా కాలేజ్లో చదివాను, ఆంధ్ర లైలా కాలేజ్ విజయవాడ. సో అక్కడ మాకు హిందీ మాస్టర్ ఉన్నారు. ఈ హిందీ తీసుకున్నాను ఈజీగా ఉంటుందని. ఆయన ఇప్పుడు నాకు హిందీ మాట్లాడమంటే ఏం మాట్లాడలేను, కానీ ఒక్కటి ఆయన చెప్పింది నాకు గుర్తుందండి. ఆయన ఒకటే చెప్పాడు, "ఒరే పిల్లలు, మీరు ఒకటే గుర్తుంచుకోండిరా లైఫ్లో, సైకిల్ కొనగలిగితే నడవండి, స్కూటర్ కొనగలిగితే సైకిల్ మీద వెళ్ళండి, కారు కొనగలిగితే స్కూటర్ మీద వెళ్ళండి, ఎప్పుడు ఒక స్టెప్ తక్కువ ఉండండి." ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, వాడు స్కూటర్ కొనగలిగితే ఏరోప్లేన్ కొంటున్నాడు, వాడు అప్పు చేసి పప్పు కూడు. సో ఆస్టెరిటీ అది కనుక ఉంటే మన బిజినెస్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ఉంటుందండి. సో మా ఆఫీస్లో చాలా కేర్ఫుల్ మాట, పేపర్ ఒక పక్కే వాడితే ఊరుకోను నేను, 2 పక్కల వాడాలి. అదేంటి సార్ 10 రూపాయలే అవుతుందా, దానికి ఇంత గొడవ చేస్తారేంటంటే సైకలాజికల్గా ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది మాట అది అందరికి, మనకి. సో దట్ ఈస్ హౌ వీ షుడ్ థింక్ ఆఫ్. ఈ మధ్య కాదు, కొంతకాలం క్రితం ఇక్కడ ఒక ఫేమస్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీ దెబ్బతింది, మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళదే. అది ఏదో కారణం వల్ల దెబ్బతింది. అది దెబ్బతిన్నప్పుడు దాంట్లో ఎంప్లాయీస్ అంతా రోడ్డును పడతారు అని అనుకుని మా మేనల్లుడు ఇంకో కంపెనీలో ఎక్కడో పనిచేస్తున్నాడు, వీడు టెన్షన్ పడుతున్నాడు. అరే నీకెందుకురా టెన్షన్ అంటే, "ఏం లేదు మామ, వాళ్ళకి ఉద్యోగాలు ఉడితే మాకిచ్చే 20,000 10,000 చేస్తారేమో, వాళ్ళందరూ 10,000కి చేరతారు, చేరితే నా పని ఏంటి" అన్నాడు. "అరే నీకు పెళ్ళి పెటాకులు లేవు, బచ్చాగాడివి, నీకెందుకురా టెన్షన్" అని అడిగాం. "అది కాదు మామ, నువ్వు ఈ రోజున కారు కొనుక్కున్నావు 40 ఏళ్ళ తర్వాత, నేను ఆల్రెడీ కారు కొనుక్కున్నాను, డ్రైవింగ్ రాదు కదరా అంటే డ్రైవర్ని పెట్టుకున్నాను, ఒక ఫ్రిడ్జ్ కొనుక్కున్నాను, ఒక అపార్ట్మెంట్ కొనుక్కున్నాను, ఇవన్నీ ఎలా కొన్నావు ఇవన్నీ అంటే అప్పు చేశాను" అన్నాడు. సో వాడి ఫ్రిడ్జు, వాడి పెన్ను, వాడి అండర్వేరు అన్నీ అప్పు చేస్తే, అంటే అమెరికన్ ఎకానమీ లివ్స్ ఆన్ దట్ సార్. బట్ మనకి ఆస్టెరిటీ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. సో దట్స్ వాట్ ఐ లెర్న్డ్. And penultimately, I want to tell you something. We belong to a heterogeneous society, and we can't compare ourselves with Japanese or Germans or French or, British. We are a heterogeneous society. We have people from all races, color, creed, caste, so on and so forth, language, religion, so on and so forth. So, mana country lo, what I am seeing is that these chota mota leaders who want to grow are dividing us. So we have to, if this country, this great country has to move, 1.2 billion people have to move, it's very important that we don't get carried away by all these things. Something happened to me when I was building this Lanco Kondapalli that suddenly reminded about all this. We were transporting this heavy equipment, gas turbines and gas turbine generators and, boiler parts. Each one was like 200 tons. To carry this from the Kakinada port to Kondapalli, there is a long road journey. And the national highways did not agree to carry this equipment. You know how we carry? You all know the trucks that we have 2 axles, right? But the trucks that we carry with the trucks that carry this equipment has 23 axles. So you can imagine how difficult it is to maneuver these in our roads, on our roads and all that. So the national highways said that you cannot take it from Kakinada to Kondapalli because you have to cross 2 bridges which had 23 meter span, and these are on Gautami and Vasistha, the branches of Godavari. So since they did not allow, we had to do barge transport and cross Godavari and come towards Krishna district or West Godavari. So basically we had to cross that. So to do that, the only port we thought was Machilipatnam, and in the Machilipatnam had no draft, so we had to use dumb barges. And when we used dumb barges, the draft was only 1.5 meters required, so we were able to doing. So a dumb barge needs a tug. And how a tug works is in the sea, there is a 150 meter sling, iron sling. The tug moves, stops, then the barge moves, then the tug moves. With the strength of the sling, it moves. So it's a very difficult maneuver. And when we started at Kakinada, the guy who was, London salvage guys, they said you can't move this barge because my Dubai report says that there is a swell in the sea and there is a cyclone. So we said fine. After 8 days, they said you move now. But our Vizag report still says don't move. But because they said move, the transporter started moving it. And we lost the gas turbine and generator in the sea, unfortunately. 80 crores worth of gas turbine and generator in the sea. So we changed the course, and then we did some reconnoitry studies, and then finally came out that Chenchunada, there was one more port, Chenchunada. It's not a regular port used by ONGC, which is 2.5 meters draft. So there we can use a motorized barge. So we started using it. But now the road became treacherous. We had to come through all these small by lanes and all that. So, so we started transporting a 6 crores transportation contract. 6 crores itself is large. It became 12 crores finally. But while we were transporting this, there was this town called Nujvidu. And in the middle of this town road, there was one statue. You know how it is, Gada? And when the truck came, this huge truck comes, as big as, 2 times or 3 times the height of this, the engine itself. This small statue, we can't move. So this truck is stranded there, and for 3-4 days, they called me, I went there. Then, we tried to do something. Then we got a little scared, and I went to the commissioner of Vijayawada, a police commissioner, I know him. So I said, Mr. Laktakia, I have a problem. He said, okay, come down. I went and explained to him this truck has to be, moved, so that statue has to be removed. He said, remove your power plant from here. What do you mean, man? You know what's happening near Secretariat and all that. You can't move statues in this country. They are our great leaders, you cannot touch. I said, sir, I have sunk about 800 crores. Think of something. Being an engineer, IPS, he said, okay, I'll think about it, but Harish, I have a small issue. I have some meetings. Why don't you come back tomorrow? Anyway, it's lying there for last 3 days. So I went back. I wanted to go back, so I was just going out. And he said, by the way, Harish, whose statue is it? I said, Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, then no problem, leave it, you can move it. Then I realized We have left with only one national leader. All other great leaders, by the way, they are all great leaders. We made them belong to one caste or creed or religion or language. Is this how we are? A great nation like us get divided like this? Out of respect for Mahatma Gandhi, then I went to a neighboring house. I bargained with him. I gave him a fat money and said, you move out of the house. I demolished the house and the compound wall, brought the trucks without moving Mahatma Gandhi. From there, he's still there in Nujvedu. And then we built everything back safely. And my power plant is there, Mahatma Gandhi is still there. Anyway, friends, with all the negatives that we hear, what an entrepreneur needs is self-confidence. This is my last point. And after this truck accident, the barge accident and all that, I moved to Vijayawada because from Hyderabad. And I was in the hotel for some time. Then we admitted our son in Siddharth. He was in third class at that time. So I admitted him there and then later found a house and moved. So these are very depressing days for me. So I lost my self-confidence. And you know, sir, all of you know, when you do business, when you don't have self-confidence, you can't do anything. Like a zombie, I used to go in the morning to the power plant, come back in the night. All this was going on. So when this was going on, I was not able to do anything, no self-confidence at all. Because my turbine has gone and, there were jokes. If somebody wants to join Lanco, they should learn swimming. Because turbines go and fall into the sea. So all these were going around. So I was doing a lot of, my wife was doing a lot of yajnams and, all those things also. The holy smoke coming in and all that. But nothing was changing me. But who changed me? My 8-year-old son, who is now working in Chicago, studied in University of Michigan. He changed my life. He brought the self-confidence back. What happened? One day I came back from office, and this is like 7 o'clock, and I saw my wife at the gate receiving me, but she was waving some paper. Young men, I think some of them are not married. You will know immediately when your wife is upset. I know she was upset that day. I'm going to get it. Something is wrong. I thought, office సరిపోతుంది మనకి ఇదోట అని. సరే కార్ దిగి ఎందుకు రోడ్డు మీద గొడవ అని చెప్పి పద లోపలికి వెళ్దాం అన్నాను. సరే పద అని చెప్పి we went into the bedroom and the argument started. You know what? She was carrying my son's report card. And this son of mine got E grade in physical education. It's not science, it's not math. And she was furious. She said, my son is so active, he can't get an E grade. I will go to the principal. I said, if you go to the principal, the physical education master will get suspended or something, leave it. It's not maths or science or anything. Let's not bother. No. And this, how kids, you will not understand. When the argument keeps going up, wife and husband. So this was going on. My son was not bothered. He is just playing some Legos or something. Coolly, that fellow is even today like that. That bothers me a lot now. And said, Amma, E means excellent, don't worry. So I got my self-confidence back. I would like to wish T a great success. And this is what we need. All the young people tomorrow should become, job creators instead of job, seekers. Because with this GDP, I think you guys only can bring it up. You are the future of this country. So please think about it and make T a great success. And I wish that it becomes a success. And I also thank NATA for giving me this opportunity and also giving the platform to T to, express themselves. Encourage a lot of young entrepreneurs to come in, sir. And you have the opium, so please give us the opium. They will enjoy the opium. So thank you very much. Thank you.